What is going on, guys? Welcome to today's video, and in today's video, as always, I am asking you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, turn on notifications, and can we hit that like goal of 2,000 for this video? Speaking of thousands, we've got 10,000 kills in our Duality, and today we have learned that Duality has actually also been nerfed. So let's take a look at this right now, shall we? So obviously I was trying all the shotguns out, right? Because obviously the big changes to shotties. I did a video on the new shotgun and I made a claim that precision buckshot shotties are no longer the best. A lot of you guys are absolutely rolling me in the comments. One thing I want you to remember is when you test shotguns, and as a shotgun guy, I've done plenty of shotgun tests in my time, there's a lot of RNG involved with shotguns, okay? And my experience with precision frame shotguns has not been good, and I don't think that they are the meta. We will see though. If I'm wrong on that, I'll hold my hands up and I'll apologize. But anyway, today's video is all about the Duality. And basically those shots I'm taking, as you can see in your screen here, are from what Duality's max range used to be, which was around 12.5 meters, you know, somewhere around that region, pushing 13 meters basically with the Duality, with a slug shotgun headshot. That no longer seems to be the case. It seems to me that the nerf they did to regular shotguns has bled into Duality's slug shot range, which I'm kind of confused about. I can kind of accept if the hipfire got nerfed for Duality, since the hipfire behaves like a buckshot, and believe you me, the hipfire has been nerfed as well. It's really noticeable. I tested the hipfire and the slug aim, but basically now, from what I could tell from my testings and just from playing the game, I could feel that difference in range. It's not massive, but as someone who uses this weapon a lot, I definitely felt the difference. So now it kills at around 11.5 meters basically. So it's had about a solid meter off its slug shot range, and I want to say it's been nerfed hipfire wise for about 2 meters as well. Before this change, if you were lucky, you could hipfire someone from 6-7 meters with this weapon. From my testings, and again, when you test these things, guys, there's a lot of RNG, okay? So unless you want me to sit there for 10 days straight shooting at a wall, no one will ever really know for sure. But from my testings, the hip fire on this gun seems to be locked at around 5 meters. Once or twice I got my homie Min here, absolutely one shot at 6 meters, but it just generally wasn't happening for me at that range. It definitely seems to be more consistent and effective within that 4 to 5 meter sort of range. And you know, I'm kind of sad about it, because before that recent buff to Duality, I'd never really got on with the hip fire. I just couldn't make the hip fire work very well. And obviously now it's been nerfed back to what it seems to be its former max range, because obviously it did get the buff. You know, I'm kind of sad about it, but at the same time, I do kind of understand why the hip fire on Duality needed to be nerfed, because it kind of wouldn't make sense for this weapon's hip fire to exceed the ADS range of, you know, regular shotguns, right? So obviously I kind of expected that to happen, but what I didn't expect is for the slug shotgun range to also be affected. Now maybe that's just because, you know, it's hard, maybe it's impossible for them to tune them separately, the nature of the weapon, who knows, right? I have absolutely no clue how that works. Maybe someone at Bungie can elaborate on that for us at some point in the future. Just to be safe, I tested Chaperones Range, and yeah, as you can see, yeah, the Chaperone is unchanged, okay? You're mapping people at 13 meters and then it goes all the way to 16 with Roadborne. Nothing has changed there. So if there was ever a question about Duality versus Chaperone, I think this change, especially if it's intentional, definitely answers that. Because before, at least Duality could kill almost as far away as this, right? And now it's nowhere near, pretty much. Now the Duality is hitting at 11.5 meters and Chaperone is hitting at 13 meters and then 16 meters. I also tested the Sojourner's Tale with opening shot, and it also seemed to be unaffected by these changes. I think that makes sense with Chaperone and Sojourners being purely slug based shotguns, and obviously Duality, you know, having the duality of Duality. You gotta slap a like for that pun, or what? But yeah, we took it into some Crucible games. I will make a side note here, I wasn't able to finish a lot of these games. The servers have been taken down now, actually, I think, as I'm editing this video. And I couldn't get any games whatsoever on PlayStation, but on Steam, I was able to get into a few lobbies and just try the weapon out. And, you know, put it to its paces and get some gameplay for you guys. So that's what we've got for you right here. Now, again, this range nerf on the surface, it's not a big thing, right? It's still outranging regular shotguns by a massive margin now. This gun can kill at 11.5 meters. A Fell Winter would be lucky to kill at 7+ meters. So now you've got a real big cushion between you and the aping regular shotgun user. But I don't know, man, like it definitely felt a little bit off for me, especially the hip firing. I found myself whiffing hip fires so much more again, and that's something that I was having an issue with this weapon before as well. But obviously they buffed it, and then after they buffed it, my hip fire success rate definitely went up a bit. It's still obviously a very, very good shotgun though. And whilst the hip fire no longer kills at anything beyond 5 meters, at least in my experience, it's still good, right? And at the end of the day, if you point blank someone with hip fire, and by point blank, you know, I mean point blank them, they're still going to go down without the need to ADS and hit a headshot, which will always be the thing that makes Duality special compared to other slug shotguns, right? You can see it right here. I hit the hip fire, then I get the damage boost for the next shot, and it feels really good. Obviously, I whiffed the hip fire right after that. Again, you know, I'm not sure exactly what archetype the Duality falls under when it comes to its hip fire, so maybe that would give us more information. But I feel like if I was to make a guess, I would assume the hip fire on this weapon is like a precision buckshot, right? In terms of damage numbers and stuff. I haven't checked that, but yeah, obviously that was always going to happen, and it's unfortunate, you know. But if you're a slug shotgun user, I mean, as far as shotgun metas go, there's never been a better meta for you, really. I think Lord of Wolves, especially on PC, might make a resurgence here in the Crucible. We shall see. Legendary slug shotties have a bit of a place. Chaperone definitely sits at the top of the pile though right now, I would say, without a doubt. Obviously Duality was a very strong contender to it before this nerf, and part of me has a feeling that this is not unintentional. This is the next part that might hurt some of you guys, especially the Chaperone fans in chat or in the comment section. I know there's a lot of you obviously, but don't be surprised guys if the Chaperone is up next on the nerf block, because in an environment where aggressive frame, which is the highest impact archetype of shotgun, in a sandbox where they kill at 7 meters if you're lucky, having another shotgun have the potential to kill at 16 meters, which is what Chaperone can do with Roadborne active. So you're literally talking a flat 50, you know, like a double, like literally just flat double the range. You're gonna get people really starting to hate Chaperone if it emerges as a meta pick, which it very well might do. And even if it doesn't get, you know, an outcry from the community to get it nerfed, I just suspect Bungie will nerf it. I have a very strong suspicion they will nerf it. And boom. Dude, I was playing pretty well there, and that is a weasel error right there. Chat, that is the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, Duality has a meter range nerf, and Chaperone will probably be up next. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. We'll see you guys. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.